Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you can get notifications whenever I'm dropping content on the channel. And now onto the topic of this video. And about 10 days ago, Enhanced equipment was released into the game. I did a quick basic intro video on that day looking at what information we knew at the time. Here is the updated info in this video to explain what resources are going to be required to max out a set of each equipment to level 15 of Enhanced. And we'll talk about what are probably the best bets for the rest of us who aren't going to be spending to obtain those max levels. You might have noticed over the weekend there were some packs giving Dragon Crystal and extra blood-soaked Dragonite in the discount store, etc. So we can probably expect those to be readily available intermittently over the coming weeks and months for spenders who want to obviously expedite the process of maxing their equipment. But just in terms of bits that I didn't cover earlier on, so obviously in our Legion menus you can check your gear here, and if you've updated your equipment to Enhanced, it will state the extra enhancement in the top right hand corner, and obviously plus 15 is the max that we can get at the moment. If you click on an icon for a piece of gear, then you can see the benefits from the enhancements in this bottom section here. So I'm getting an extra 2.4% resistance, might, and 1.1% cavalry from having these basic gold gear at level 5. That's just for obviously the helmet. And you do have a quick link to unequipped, advanced or depot. So those are kind of all the options in that regard from the equipment. Now also people might have seen that if you're in the depot you can actually select a piece of equipment that is enhanced, and if it's not equipped you can remove the enhancement as well. So, and you can do that by just clicking on this arrow here, and then you can undo advancement. After you undo the advancement, the equipment will be initialized with 100% of advancing cost returned. So you'll just basically get back your basic level unenhanced equipment plus whatever resources you use. So if I can return the Dragonite and Super Dragonite that I've used to make that level 6, and then it's just returned as normal, and then the other resources have gone back into the items pool. So that's quite good. That obviously if you're looking to use equipment to develop it into Dragon Master, then you can undo your enhancements, get that Super Dragonite back that you're going to need for the Dragon Master gear. Other than that, I want to now take the opportunity to talk about the requirements for maxing a set of gear. So for that I'm going to bring up the table that has been provided to me by Mad Yuck from 120. Thank you very much for collating all of that information to us. And here is the table. So you can see from the completed table, and this is for a set of Dragon Master gear obviously, that you are going to need a lot more resources for these later levels, particularly Dragon Crystal and Super Dragonite. The last level 15 requires 41,000 Super Dragonite, 2,000 blood soaked Dragonite and 72 Dragon Crystals. So for one piece you're looking at, well, if you're looking at a full set at max level 15, you're talking about 1,072,700 Super Dragonite, 90,000 blood-soaked Dragonite, and 1,200 Dragon Crystals, which would require you to accumulate 240,000 exotic crystals to exchange them in the exchange in your depot at the material shop, because again you can only get one Dragon Crystal every day for your 200 exotic crystal. So in real terms, it would take 4 years, close to 4 years, for a free-to-play player with no additional benefits from events being available, etc., to max enhance one full set of equipment. It is ludicrous. I can't believe they've set the bar so high, but obviously they're not looking at free-to-play or small spender levels. They're looking at how much they can get from the spenders who are going to invest in the extra packs to obtain enough Super Dragonite, blood soaked and Dragon Crystals to then max their enhanced equipment. And considering the amounts required, I mean, you need 5 million Super Dragonite, over 5 million Super Dragonite to max all 5 sets. That is a high level of resources even for spenders. So, and I don't think and again they're not releasing it all so frequently that it's easily obtainable. So what is the compromise for all of us? Well, the compromise in my mind is level 11. Now, I say that because, okay, to get to level 11, you do need 88,700 Super Dragonite per item, which is 532,000 for a total set, which is almost as much as you require for a normal set of Dragon Master gear. I get it. But then, and you need 7,600 Blood-Soaked Dragonite, which is 45,600 per set, and 48 Dragon Crystals, which require 9,600 Exotic Crystal. So in theory, if you had enough of the Super Dragonite and your Blood-Soaked Dragonite, it would take you 48 days to accumulate enough Dragon Crystals for a full set. Of course, it's not going to work like that. Most players aren't going to have over 500,000 Super Dragonite or 40,000 Blood-Soaked Dragonite. I think I've upgraded my Dragon Master set to just like one set to level 5, and it cost me like about 100,000 Super Dragonite to do that. So I only have what, just under 13,000 Blood-Soaked, and I've got 237,000 Super Dragonite. But that's the kind of compromise I think that we're going to have to make, because if you work towards level 11, you only lose about 2% of the, well, you do only lose 2% in attributes. If you look at the table on the right, you gain an extra, those last 2% from the last 4 levels, 0.8%, 0.2, 0.2, 0.8 for those last 4. But that's a very thin margin, particularly when you're looking at the might and resistance side of things. That's absolutely nothing. And then I would say that if you can max all your sets at that level, then you want to potentially then look at upgrading the 4 pieces of gear that give additional HP. Say if you're like a medium spender and you are accumulating a decent amount of Super Dragonite, maybe you're getting Super Dragonite from the odd $100 pack, or you're getting Super Dragonite from Royal Prestige, for instance, and you're also generating enough Blood-Soaked Dragonite that you can upgrade, you're probably going to want to look at upgrading the 4 pieces of gear that give you extra HP, because then again, really, that's the main kind of element I would suggest that's going to affect you in realistic terms. Because at level 15, I get it, you get these additional benefits, right, where you're getting the extra damage, you're getting the extra skill boosts, but not everyone is going to be able to obtain it at that level. So, and the other thing to consider is, hopefully, maybe in the future, the developers will give us more opportunities to obtain Super Dragonite, Blood-Soaked Dragonite, and the Dragon Crystals in future events. Obviously, they've done a few boosts for everyone over the Thanksgiving weekend. We do have Christmas coming up. I think that's something they've got to look at, because this time frame for all of this is absolutely crazy. Me personally, I have, just as I say, I've upgraded my first main class Legion of Dragon Master gear to +5 for the moment, and then I did upgrade both my other sets of cavalry gear, because I have 3 sets of Super Dragonite, and then I run with 2 other cavalry legions. So I've upgraded my cavalry legions to level 5, because you only need normal Dragonite for that. I am not using any Super Dragonite on that, and then my plan is initially just to get enough Super Dragonite that I can make a 4th set of Dragon gear, because I think then that's pretty good, like having 1 set on your defensive queue, another 3 sets on your main legions, and then having a 5th legion with just probably cavalry gear, to be honest with you. That's not too bad. There's not a load of small spenders or out there that have 4 sets of Super Dragonite, so I'd be pretty happy with that, and that's my plan. Once I've got my 4th set, then I'm going to invest in putting as much Super Dragonite as I can into upgrading my class Legion to this level 11. And of course, in the time it takes me to accumulate the Super Dragonite to finish my 4th set, I am steadily, as you can see, accumulating Dragon Crystals, and I'll accumulate Blood-Soaked Dragonite as well in that time. So hopefully I'll have enough by the time I'm at the point where I'm going to be upgrading that gear again. So there we go, guys. I just want to bring that extra information to you so everyone playing the game has the full understanding of enhanced gear, no matter whether you're in state 100 or state 850. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please do click on that like, and if you could please share this video and my channel in your Alliance chat, province chat, through line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game. That would be very much appreciated. What are you thinking in terms of your strategy for enhancing your equipment? Are you going to actually enhance any, or are you just focusing on your normal Dragon Master gear for now? Do you agree with me saying about, you know, level 11 being a fair compromise, a realistic compromise for a reasonable proportion of the community? I understand again that free-to-play players, it's still going to be a real slog to accumulate that amount of Super Dragonite. You're probably looking at least a year to accumulate enough of both Super Dragonite and Blood-Soaked Dragonite, maybe even longer. So please do leave your comments in the comment section down below. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.